Okay, so today we are comparing linear, exponential, and quadratic equations. We have learned about all three of these before. Remember, way back last semester, you guys learned about linear equations. These ones are lines, like linear says. Exponential is the one that just has one curve, and quadratic is the ones that are U-shaped. So what 1, 2, and 3 want me to do is they want me to plot my points and then say if it's linear, exponential, or quadratic. So I'm going to go through and plot them. I have 4, 4, which means I go 4 to the right and 4 up. I have 2, 0, which is 2 to the right, and then it just stays on the black line. I have 0, 0, 1, negative 1/2, so that's kind of in between 0 and 1. And then negative 2, positive 4. So then if I go through and connect my points, which shape is that one? A U. So what's the name of that type of function? Quadratic. Okay. Questions on number 1? Okay, number 2, I have 0, 1, so I stay on the y-axis and then I go up 1. 2, 4, so I go right 2, up 4. 4, 7, I go right 4, up 7. Negative 2, negative 2, so I go left 2, down 2. And negative 4, negative 5, I go left 4, down 5. So, connecting these points is linear. Okay. On number 3, I have 0, 2, so I stay on the y-axis, I go up 2. I have 2, 8, I go right 2, up 8. 8. I have 1, 4, so I go right 1, up 4. I have negative 1, 1, so I go left 1, up 1. And then I have negative 2, 1/2. So if I connect these ones, which shape is it? Exponential. Questions here? So, and one thing to remember is linear functions are in the form y equals mx plus b. Exponential are in the form y equals ab to the x power, so exponentials have an exponent that's a variable. And then quadratics are y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So a squared exponent appears somewhere in a quadratic. Can I move on to the back? So I'm going to go over what the bottom of the page just said. So it says when I have a linear pattern, I'm adding or subtracting. When I have an exponential pattern, I'm multiplying or dividing. And when I have a quadratic equation, it's adding or subtracting, but it takes 2 times to match. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Let me get to the quadratic one. So how do I go from 11 to 8? Subtract 3. 8 to 5. Subtract 3. 5 to 2. Subtract 3. And 2 to negative 1. Subtract 3. So I keep subtracting the same number over and over again, so this one is linear. Okay. If I take a look at number 5, how do I go from 1 to 2? I add or what else can I do? Times 2. And from 2 to 4, times 2. 4 to 8, times 2. And 8 to 16, times 2. So this one is, no, exponential. Remember, multiplying and dividing are exponential. Okay, number 6. How do I go from -1 to -2? Subtract 1, because they're both negative. -2 to -1. Add 1. -1 to +2. Add 3. Because I'm going from a -1 to a +2. And then from 2 to 7, add 5. So notice, these numbers are not the same at all. What I need to do now is I need to go through and check the differences between those numbers. So from -1 to 1, I need to, not 1, 2. From 1 to 3, add 2. And from 3 to 5, add 2. So notice, this took me 2 tries, and the exponent in quadratics are 2. So this one is a quadratic equation. I did not mean to drop them. So questions on the backside? Yeah? Oh no, when it's addition or subtraction twice, that's when it's quadratic. So up here, it was addition, well, subtraction, but it was linear. Oh, you can't see it. Up here, it was, it was addition or subtraction, so it was linear, but it only took me 1 try. When it takes me 2 tries, it's quadratic. Any other questions? There won't be multiplication in quadratic. If it's multiplication, it's exponential. Any other questions? Okay, so the 6 on the bottom.